Pardon the bullhorn interruption. No, we're still talking stocks and the economy here on the bullhorn, not sports. Although joining me today, David Goldman, CNN Money's tech writer extraordinaire. My only problem with him is, as you can see, what he's wearing on his hat right now. And we are going to make a stretch, a sports analogy to talk about the big news event this week. Google buying Motorola Mobility. Dare I say it, Google might be the Boston Red Sox, the plucky, lovable upstarts compared to Apple, the evil empire, the New York Yankees. What do you say?
Well, yeah, I mean, that's definitely a possibility. I mean, obviously, it's hard to call the Red Sox plucky upstarts now, but, the same could be said for Google. They, 13 years ago, nobody knew what Google was, but now they're spending $12.5 billion on Motorola. I mean, where did that come from?
Is anyone at Apple, should they be worried about the Google-Motorola Mobility deal, or is this something that's more worrisome for other Android companies as well as RIM and Nokia?
Yeah, Apple shouldn't worry about this. I mean, they have patent disputes with Motorola going back a number of years, and experts say that Motorola is really on the losing side of a lot of those. It seems like the big concern is for the other Android partners. I mean, now Google is buying a rival of theirs. Google is now competing with a lot of their partners, and that's a big concern if you're an HTC, an LG, a Samsung.
Right.
Who knows what's going to happen down the road?
To go with our sad baseball analogy, are Dell and HP kind of like the Royals and the Astros of smartphones? Not good times for Dell. Their numbers that came out Tuesday after the bell, the outlook pretty disappointing, and HP is going to soon report too, and both stocks taking a hit.
Yeah, it'll be really interesting to see what HP does. The most disappointing number for me with Dell was the corporate PC sales. Those were only up 1%. Now, those had been up double digits just in the past couple quarters, and now we're talking about, as much growth or as little growth as the consumer market.
Right.
This is a big concern because Dell, remember, it used to be known as, dude, you got a Dell, the consumer company, but now 80% of its revenues come from the corporate side. This is a big concern. If that corporate refresh, buying a lot of Windows 7 PCs, isn't going to happen as fast as we had thought it was going to happen, that's a huge concern for Dell and especially HP as well.
Is there any chance that Dell, which we all know has been struggling for the past few years, despite some improvement this year, is it possibly company specific, or is this bad news also for, say, Microsoft, Intel, Cisco, IBM?
It's definitely possible that we could start seeing Intel and Microsoft and PC-heavy companies start to report, less than stellar earnings if this trend continues. Cisco is a really tough one because they rely on the public sector more than anyone else. We know what a touchy subject government spending is right now. That's a huge concern for Cisco and Dell, which has a lot of public sector heavy exposure as well.
All right. Well, thanks so much for joining me on the Bullhorn to wrap up, just to show that we can at least agree on something despite our obvious differences. We both hate the Phillies.